Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. It has been about a week or so since we've met. We got a lot to talk about. First, I want to say hello to everyone. I hope you are having a great holiday season for what it's worth. I know we're still in COVID. I have missed you guys. I want to say thank you for the support on the Stop My Bag video. It's greatly appreciated. I'm going to wait for everybody to get in because we have a lot to discuss, okay? Some big news, some news that may have slipped under the radar for you, but it's a busy news cycle as always. Hi, LaToya. Hey, Jamal. What's going on, my friend? That lemon meringue cake looked amazing. I wish I could have some, but my trainer would kill me. Leandra, how you doing? Leandra, oh, thank you, Leandra. I'm trying something just a little bit new. Natasha's here. Hey, boo, what's going on? Jashandra, okay, slim. I look slimmer. I got a lot of work to do, Jashandra. We working. Marcus down in Birmingham. Darlene, as always, my love. How are you? Hey, Eric. Oh, I haven't seen you. Oh, my God. Eric B, a while. So we got a lot of fresh faces here today and a lot of regulars, but we're going to get right into it. So, everybody's been talking about these vaccines, bitch. Now, look, okay? I know, y'all know how I feel. If y'all look back a video or two, y'all know how my position on the vaccine, and just as my history. Like, here's the thing. I'm going to lay it all out. So, the FDA cleared Pfizer to go ahead and start distributing vaccines this week. Vaccines have been delivered to all 50 states, so every state has the vaccine. It's been administered to frontline workers first, of course, as it should be. It requires 2 doses, 3 weeks apart. So you got to get one shot, the initial shot, and then 3 weeks later you have to get the follow-up shot in order for the vaccination to be successful. That is very important, okay? Now, this is as it goes with the Pfizer vaccine, okay? This week, and I believe today they approved it, but keep me honest, we had the Moderna vaccine coming out. Now, the difference between the Moderna vaccine and the Pfizer vaccine, as I interpret it, is storage one, right? So the Pfizer vaccine has to be kept at this insanely cold temperature. Moderna still has to be refrigerated from what I understand, but not as intensely. But the shot does require that you get 2 shots 3 weeks apart. Now, my thing is this, bitch. First off, the way they rolling out these vaccines, for everybody that's saying they're not going to take it, bitch, you're not going to be able to get it any goddamn way. Okay? They only got but so many shots produced. The administration that we are getting ready to exit, which, here's the thing. They only ordered a certain amount of doses from each company. So basically, from the reports, and I believe they ordered like something like 100 million shots from Pfizer, 100 million shots from Moderna, but they ordered like 300 million shots from like Johnson & Johnson. There's some company that it's a business move, right? The thing is, with the number of shots that they have, and of course, you know, we're not the only ones here in America that want the shot. You know, they got to service people all over the world. So the reality is, a lot of the people that are saying that they're not going to take it, sis, you got time to sit back and watch. When I did my research, because you're not going to get it for a while, okay? The way that these numbers looking, the way that the dosages, that they're putting out, it's going to be a while before Jim Pop or somebody who doesn't work in frontline medical care or who isn't like some super important government official, it's going to be a while before we even get the shit, bitch. So if titties start falling off, arms start shrinking, then at that point, you got some time, you got a little bit of runway, okay, to figure it out. Some of these shots, somebody mentioned it in the chat, that some of the shots with the Pfizer have like an allergic reaction for some people. I have to look into that to see, but that's the rumor. Well, not a rumor, but actual reports in regards to that. But I say that to say this, right? We are at a place where, first off, I'm going to be honest and say that science and the powers that be, right? I find it amazing. And people have said this, but I really, really find this amazing that we were able to get a vaccine for COVID in less than a year. But we still do not have a vaccination for AIDS, HIV. We don't have any type of comprehensive real care or viral therapy for cancer. And they've been working on this shit for years, bitch, decades at this point. Okay? And I know people have said that. You may be saying, DDM, what the fuck is you talking about, bitch? You sound like a conspiracy theorist right now. That's not my intention. That's just a fact. I've never seen, and kudos to the science community, but I feel like you're playing with me now. Okay? Does the whole world have to be affected for y'all to Scooby-Dooby-Doo and get shit done effectively and quickly? Because it seems like when shit affects certain demographics and populations, y'all don't come up with vaccines this fast. Y'all will come up with pink breast cancer campaigns, have me buying pink hair dryers and shit, pink jerseys, contributing to pink organizations, wearing pink sneakers on the football field. Okay? But we got this COVID vaccination very quickly. It didn't even take a year. Let's see, COVID hit in February, March. That's when it really hit and shit started shutting down and shit, right? And it's not even Christmas yet. And we have not one vaccine. We have several. With one approved, another one just being approved today and expecting to go through this week. So I think that's something that I feel like I want to say to the chiefs of the science community, stop playing in people's faces. But also, too, as someone also pointed out, cancer is a big business. Think about all of those things I just talked about with the pink campaign, how much money you put in. You be giving money to breast cancer foundation. You don't even know where the fuck the money come from. All you see is a pink ribbon, bitch. You like, oh my God, I gotta donate. There are jobs, and I get it. There have been jobs created. There's a whole infrastructure and industry just in HIV and AIDS treatment. People have made careers. There are people that are retiring now that started in that pandemic, that epidemic, whose whole careers have been made off of that. So it's not lost on me that science and medicine is also a business, especially when you have billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar companies making a living and profiting off of it. So it's not lost on me. I just find it incredibly sad. Once again, that's my personal opinion. And it makes me feel some kind of way, because one thing that COVID's taught us several things. It's taught us that adults can't follow directions to save their fucking life. Once again, please, when the world goes back to its new normal, do not preach to these children about following directions and do as I say, not as... All that shit is out the window. Because I've never seen nations of adults who can't follow directions. The second thing that it's taught me is that when pushed hard enough, The government and science can do some amazing goddamn things. Okay? That's all I got to say about that. Now, to piggyback off of COVID, and I had a Facebook friend. His name escapes me. I had a Facebook friend who he was talking about how for people that don't take COVID seriously, think it's a hoax, he had COVID. And there's a Facebook group, Facebook support group of people who have had COVID, and they support each other to deal with the long-term effects of it. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I just went and, looked at it. And there are some real long-term effects to COVID, bitch. Like, it's not just the, sneeze, quarantine, watch Jefferson's reruns for 2 weeks, bitch. It's some real, people, of course, are dying. The death tolls are just ridiculous at this point. But there are also other things that happen post, your initial 2-week quarantine, getting over it, period, right? So, I say that to say this, okay? And I shared this article on my page, but I want to cover this because I think it's interesting. Now, and this is from Business Insider. The head of White House Security Office has his right foot amputated because of severe COVID-19 and is facing staggering medical bills, his friends say. Okay. The head of the White House Security Office, Creed Bailey, had a part of his lower right leg and the big toe of his left foot amputated because of COVID-19. Bitch. Bloomberg reported on Monday. Bailey has been hospitalized with a severe case of COVID-19 for 3 months, but is said to be recovering. Friends of Bailey's have raised over $35,000 through a GoFundMe campaign to help pay for his rehabilitation and staggering medical costs. Creed Bailey, who heads the White House Security Office, lost part of his lower leg. He handles White House credentials and works with the Secret Service. He contracted the coronavirus in September. He's been hospitalized for 3 months, okay? Now, here's the thing. He got COVID during that whole outbreak. This is the effects. 3 months later, we're seeing the effects of COVID. Okay? 3 months later. So when that whole White House, this is the fallout from that White House outbreak that happened when Donald's ass got shuffled to the hospital and got all kinds of cocktails. His ass probably got this fucking Pfizer vaccine before it was approved for the public, bitch. Don't count that out. He got all this treatment while his ass, him and Melania and all of them spreading this shit, spreading this shit around. And this is the fallout. Now, here's the thing. I don't know whether this man's a Democrat. I don't know whether this man's a fucking Republican. It really doesn't goddamn matter. This man was doing his job. His job is to work at the White House, do security clearances. So it's not like he could have stayed home or avoided this. This is a byproduct of negligence on this administration's part. Okay? I can't say if he was wearing a mask every day. I hope he was. I don't know. But I know that he was going to work, bitch. Now, the thing is, according to, I've seen some things where COVID affects like your blood vessels, your circulation, things like that, that can affect why he may have lost a limb. Because some people are like, oh, maybe he had diabetes. Bitch, I'm a fat bitch from West Baltimore who family from the South. I know about the sugar, bitch. And it don't hit in 3 months like that, bitch. Where you losing all your toes. If he had the sugar, okay? If he had the sugar, it wouldn't have hit this hard, this soon, like this. Okay? So cut the shit about the diabetes story. The man had COVID. The after effects of it fucked him up severely. He had to get his limbs chopped. Okay? That's crazy. Now, my question is this, and I'm going to keep it 100, because now I got some questions for HR of the United States. Bitch, if he doing White House security clearances, why the fuck his insurance money still got to be raising $35,000? His insurance is like, bitch, I got Blue Cross Blue Shield. Why his shit not covered? What kind of medical plans are they giving out in the White House, bitch? I want to know. Do they need Medicaid? Medicare? A pharmacy prescription program? Because if you the head of White House security and you still got to raise money to cover your medical bills from COVID, bitch, that's a problem for me. The only thing that is interesting to me is you would think, but let me rephrase that. This administration isn't that smart. You would think the administration would have paid for these costs? Or somebody in the government would have said, wait a minute, bitch. And this is how you know that this administration does not care about people. And they're actually not that smart. Because I would have, here's what my slick ass would have did. Okay? This is what my slick ass would have did. If anything, once I heard, because if he worked for the Secret Service and do security clearance, you know everybody in the White House know what the fuck is going on. They know this man getting his limbs chopped off. He got COVID from the super spreader event that was happening in the West Wing, bitch. My ass would have went behind the scenes. I'd have paid him off. I'd have covered the medical bills, and I'd have made his ass sign some kind of NDA. But they're not that smart. So now you got this horrible story in the press of collateral damage from your super spreader event because you wouldn't wear a mask and you refused to acknowledge that COVID was real. But everybody ain't smart. I'm saying y'all could at least paid the man medical bills, paid him off. I'd have killed this story real quick. But now you all on Business Insider and Bloomberg and shit looking crazy. Okay? So take COVID seriously. And if you know somebody who has COVID or who has gotten over COVID and they express concerns with you or they talk to you, you know, hear them out. It's a very serious issue. If you haven't gotten COVID, be thankful. And also, you know, don't let up. I know it's hard this holiday season. We get ready to have some snow tomorrow here in my area. So just stay in the house, bitch. You know, decorate your tree. I know everybody got a tree because every time I go to Target, every fucking thing is sold out. Everybody's ho-ho-hoing and in the Christmas spirit this year. Okay? Y'all done bought all the shit. Y'all got about 800 TVs. Everybody got a 65, 70-inch for $500. Trying to create your home theater system, bitch. You got more than enough shit in this house to keep you occupied. Stay your ass home, okay? And mind your goddamn business, okay? Now, in other news, we got the Republicans, people jumping ship. Now, here's the thing. Before I get in this story, I'm looking at this move with rose-colored glasses, right? So, Representative Paul Mitchell leaves Republican Party over efforts to overturn the election. Outgoing Representative Paul Mitchell, who is a Republican, of course, said he is leaving the Republican Party and becoming an independent, citing his GOP colleagues' efforts to overturn the election to keep President Trump in power. In an interview with CNN's Jake Tapper, who, if you don't know Jake Tapper, bitch, that is a shady queen. That is a shade fest, bitch, okay? In an interview with CNN's Jake Tapper, Mitchell, who has already acknowledged Biden as president-elect and harshly criticized Trump's refusal to concede, said it is unacceptable for political candidates to treat our election system as though we are a third-world nation. Mitchell, who didn't run for re-election, took aim at Republican leaders, many of whom signed an amicus brief supporting a lawsuit to overturn an election, saying our democracy will be damaged if they collectively sit back and tolerate unfounded conspiracy theories and stop the steal rallies. Okay? Now, here's the thing. This is nice. Okay? This is great that you are, going independent. You don't like what's going on. But, bitch, I'm tired of these lame duck-ass Republicans who don't matter no more. Bitch, you didn't run for re-election. You're outgoing. Who the fuck cares if you... Bitch, we need somebody that's up in these seats now, bitch. I don't need a clearance rack-ass bitch to be trying to tell me about the fire sale that's going on, bitch. I need a bitch that's just hitting the shelf, okay? Not somebody that's been marked down 5 goddamn times with 8 stickers on the bottom of the goddamn shit. You're doing this now, and it's nice. It's cute. But, bitch, now you got me wanting to see how many bills did you vote to stop this bullshit that was going on while Trump was in office? While Mitch was showing his goddamn ass. What was you doing? Now, you want to get a PR opportunity and get your name in a news cycle so you can sell your book. Which I told y'all before, I ain't read no more Trump books. So you can sell your book and get you some coin and come out relatively unscathed from this whole shitstorm that you've been explicitly and complicit in for the last 4 fucking years. Now, all of a sudden, bitches is upset. Oh, he didn't confirm. I'm appalled. Bitch, you should have been appalled in January of 2017, bitch, when he lied, when he put his hand on that Bible, swearing in to be the president for all people of this country. That's when you should have been appalled, bitch. Now, the thing is, he's upset because the senators and, the Republicans and, they're not acknowledging, and that's great. Because Biden won. You lost like 800 times, Donald. Okay? That's fine. But it doesn't really mean much now. Okay? I feel like this is the rats jumping ship, just like Bill Barr is out. Okay? You thought you was untouchable. You thought you was invincible, Bill Barr. A.K.A. Dan from Roseanne. And I hate putting dirt on my man Dan from Roseanne name like that. But that's what the fuck you look like, bitch. It's no getting past it. You look like a cross between Dan from Roseanne and the baby from Dinosaurs, bitch. You seen the memes. You know what it is. That's what it is. Okay? The thing is, all of this shit really doesn't mean much. Okay? The Republicans are like, oh, now we're gonna acknowledge the win. And my thing is this. I'm gonna be honest. I know we don't like Hillary Clinton. I've always said in the autopsy of the Hillary Clinton loss from 2016, it was like rowing a boat upstream with holes in the bottom of the boat. Okay? She had some shit going on. Donald took advantage. But here's the thing. Hillary Clinton was very classy in that even though, and here's the thing, that bitch actually had a leg to stand on because she did win the popular vote. She actually could have filed 800 lawsuits and did all of this crazy shit that Donald Trump did because she actually did win the popular vote. But if she had done that, at that time in history, she would have gotten dragged so hard, not only by Republicans, but Democrats as well, and the general public to a certain degree. Okay? That's just the bottom line. If Hillary had filed all these lawsuits, did all of this stuff, they would have called it every name in the book. And that's just facts. That's facts. Y'all know it's the truth. And I think it shows a double standard. Just like there's this fake outrage about Jill Biden using her doctor title when she announces herself. I found it hilarious, right, that this country has a real women problem. Okay? It has a real women problem. It has a woman problem. And it's interesting because if you believe the story of the United States, the history of the United States, and we came over and the Pilgrims and all this, well, we didn't come over, bitch. My people came on ships in chains. But if you believe the story, it's so interesting because the Brits have had female monarchs and rulers for centuries. For us to be this forward, shining beacon, an example for the rest of the world, we are really not diverse. We are really not forward. We're not innovative. We're not innovative as a country. We're not. We're not. And yes, we have Kamala Harris now finally is going to step into a major seat as vice president. And I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but I almost feel like that wasn't even supposed to happen. And that's no shade. That's no shade. If I want to keep it, if I'm going to keep it a buck with you, and I swear to God, I might lose some people, but I'm going to say the realest shit ever. I'm going to say the realest shit ever. A black woman wasn't supposed to be the first woman, bitch. Now, granted, she's not the first president. But a black woman was not supposed to sit in one of them two seats in the White House first. That was supposed to go to a white woman. And y'all know I'm not fucking lying. And it's a gagger. She's definitely... You know how in the Hunger Games, bitch, when Katniss and Peter both won, and it wasn't supposed to happen? Bitch, this was a Hunger Games moment. Because I'm going to tell you something. Even liberals, even Democrats, even people behind the scenes that love Obama to death, a black bitch was not supposed to be the one. She wasn't supposed to be the one. That wasn't supposed to happen. So we got a blip. This is what we call a blip. This is what we call a wrinkle. This is what we call a monkey wrench, bitch. And she gagged them. They are gagged. On both sides of the fence, they are gagged. And I think that I didn't mean to get all Murder, She Wrote on y'all, but I had to have that real moment. Okay, I had to have that real moment. Okay, I had to have the real. And you may disagree with me, and that's fine. Okay, and if you disagree, that's fine. You ain't gotta call me fat in the comments and go off and all that shit like some of y'all do when I say shit y'all don't like. But that's just the true tea. Okay? That's just true tea. Now, one thing that I do want to cover, which might get this broadcast shut off because I'm going to be biting the hand that feeds me, is Facebook getting sued, bitch. Okay? So let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Okay? So, and this is for the Wall Street Journal. Facebook hit with antitrust lawsuits by the Federal Trade Commission, states, and the state attorneys general. So basically, and this is why I put it in the headline, bitch, because I don't want them to be like, ooh, flag the video, bitch. We see the title. I had to sneak this one in here, right? So, Facebook is getting sued, bitch. Antitrust. Okay? So, Facebook owns Instagram, which if you use Instagram, you notice how the integration is now, so you pretty much figured that out. They also own WhatsApp. Okay, so Facebook is being sued by the government in the States pretty much because they're stating that by them owning, they're accusing Facebook of buying out smaller companies or freezing out smaller companies, which prevents competition, right? Prevents competition. And I feel them on that. I get it. And I know it's probably hard to bring your platform up to par with an entity as big as Facebook. You know, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, he's a big guy. You know, you've seen The Social Network. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a movie about the rise of Facebook. You need to check that out. But basically, they're getting sued. Now, Facebook is basically saying that the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, had previously approved the Instagram and WhatsApp transactions. So the Federal Trade Commission initially, they did approve for Facebook to buy these two companies. Here's what I think happened, bitch. Now, you know Facebook was involved and they had to go testify about the fake news when they was doing the Mueller investigations. Remember that? When they had Zuckerberg up on Capitol Hill sweating and shit. He looked like he was about to faint and fall the fuck out. I think once Facebook allowed itself, because they did it to themselves, low-key, once they allowed themselves to be politicized and they was accepting that ad money from all of these bots, they opened themselves up to this kind of scrutiny. Because when you start affecting government, and you're an entity that's so huge that you impact elections and things like that, they're going to say, wait a minute, bitch. I guarantee you, if Facebook had nothing to do with that 2016 election or any of these ads that they ran during the Donald Trump administration, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation. Okay? But because they opened themselves up to that and didn't adjust and respond accordingly, now the government is coming for that ass. So what they're going to do, they're going to say, Facebook, you too powerful, bitch. You too powerful. We going to have to knock you in the head one time. We're going to have to knock you in the head. Zuckerberg probably shit in his pants. Okay, let's just be real. Shout out to you, Zuckerberg. I appreciate you. You have been great in me building this platform, bitch. If you decide to cut me off today or tomorrow, I can't even be mad. But you don't own YouTube, so I just go over there. But I think when you get involved in politics, and that's why there's a saying people never talk about politics and religion. When you get involved in politics, it opens you up to certain things. That's why I said I would never run for office, because I just got too much skeletons in my closet, bitch. I can't be, I can't put myself through it, you know. I done did some shady shit in my past, and I ain't got time to be arguing, because see, I'll be the bitch that will argue with you in the comments when I'm running for office, because I ain't got time, bitch. I want you to run up on me and try it. So that ain't me. I report it, I break it down, but I ain't doing it. But that's basically what's going on. Facebook is getting sued. And we're going to see how that develops, okay? If you start seeing ads for other social media platforms and networks, then you know why. You know why. Okay? Overall, I'm looking forward. We've got this, Senate race that's going on in Georgia, which Kelly Loeffler, I've never seen anything like that. Speaking of that debate with Raphael Warnock, that was bizarre, okay? That was bizarre, that whole debate. Her hair was very heavy. Not that matters. I don't want, the women's rights activists to be like, oh, why? What does her hair matter? I'm just saying, bitch, her hair is heavy. And she had an earpiece there. It just looked heavy. It looked a little dry, okay? She looked dry. She was giving Stepford Wives teas. It was the same talking. I don't even think it was the debate. It was like watching somebody debate with an answering machine, bitch. You know what it was? Watching that debate with Raphael Warnock and Kelly Loeffler was like watching somebody argue with the phone menu. You know how you call pieces? Welcome to CXX. Please press 1 for deliveries. Press 2 for options. Press 3 for all other issues. And you be like, all other issues. And she be like, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. All other issues. Try again. All other issues. I'm sorry, goodbye. That's what it was given, bitch. The whole debate. She took me out. She took me out when she said I worked in the fields. Bitch, I know you was trying to send a covert message, a covert or coded message, not a COVID message, bitch. But bitch, that wasn't the one to send. I used to work in the field, sis. Now you on stage with clip ends. Your neck long as Methuselah. You got an earpiece in. And your lips are dry. Don't talk about working in the fields. Say something else, sis. You weren't supposed to say that. Like, what the hell? Where was your... This is PR. But then again, we have to remember, we was watching a state senate race debate. We was not watching a debate for a national office on a big stage where motherfuckers is briefed and know not to say dumbass shit like that. Okay? They was in Georgia. When we think Georgia, we think Atlanta, but it's still some bad hair down in Georgia. Okay? That's just what it is. Alright? But, God, that was insane. Now, as we wrap up, I do want to wish everyone a great holiday. And love on yourselves and your family. I'm excited because I get to watch Wonder Woman on Christmas Day. You know, I too have a big ass TV to create my own home theater experience, okay? But I didn't go on Black Friday. I ordered my shit offline. I too go to Target because there's nothing else to do, and I find ways to buy bars of soap every week that I don't need. You know, so I understand, but I want you to have a great holiday, everyone. If you're not following me on social media, follow me at Dapper Damitis on Twitter and Instagram. If you haven't watched it already, my Stop My Bag video is out. I'm currently working on a new project. Shout out to my trainer, Fillmore Fit, Dr. Philip Morgan, who has been helping me in this process. I've seen some of you say some very nice things in the comments. We are actively working to get me to a great place, but it is progress. I ask that you be patient with me and just support me the best that you can and love on me and just send positive vibes because I definitely appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/Secretary of Shade. With that being said, y'all have a great holiday. We'll meet back up. Ooh, we got to do our pre-Christmas meeting next week, bitch. I might even read a Christmas book. We haven't read in a while. I might pick a good Christmas book to read and throw my stank on it. You know how I do. I might do something like that. But y'all have a good evening. I'm getting ready to go watch. What I'm going to watch? Oh, no, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom don't come out till Friday. I'm getting ready to find something to watch. Until then, y'all have a good evening. Stay safe. Be blessed. If you're in the Baltimore, D.C., DMV, Virginia area, make sure you bundle up because we get ready to get our first piece of snow, buddy. Y'all have a good evening. Peace and love. Love y'all.